Well, howdy, I'm Mark Dempsey, and we have a new guest for our second cup of coffee conversations.
Hey.
And to me, she is not a new guest because Sharon Feldt and I have talked many times before. I did a program on, I'll go ahead and say, KETR, the public radio station, at what is now East Texas A&M. I'm happy about that. For several years.
Yes.
But we're trying to get Sharon on to do this with us for a while, and finally we have her.
And I'm delighted to be back.
Yeah, and we have conversations about books.
Yes.
That Sharon enjoys, and since you and I talked the last time, you have opened your own bookstore.
I have. It wasn't planned. It was just one of those things that happened, and I'm so delighted that it did. It's right in the middle of downtown Maine, and have lots of books to share with people, and a good place just to sit and read and relax and have a cup of coffee.
And it's called the Book Nook.
The Book Nook on Main.
The Book Nook on Main. Good.
Yeah, I have to have that because there's another Book Nook in Waco that I couldn't use their name.
I see. It's a great name. And I love On Main. That's a nice part too. And we're going to get to at least one book. We'll see if we get to two. But you have some book signings coming up in the very near future.
I do. I try to have a couple of book signings of local and area and regional authors at least twice a month. And in August, on the 2nd, which is a Saturday, a local area gentleman named Ben Lewis Smith. He is a retired minister, history teacher, archaeological buff, and he writes Christian-based or faith-based historical novels. And the one that he's coming up with to sign is called The Emperor and the Last Apostle. And his books are amazingly well-researched and very good reads.
So that is 3 to 5 Saturday, August 2nd.
Yes.
And then 3 to 5 Thursday, August 14th, you have another.
Yes, a young lady who is named Jeffrey Ittrich. She writes in a multitude of genres, but she has written a novel called The Wedding Quilt Dress, and it's got its inception. The idea of it came from our very own local quilt guild, the Lone Star Heritage Quilt Guild. And she is going to be sharing that. She's from West, Texas, not West Texas,
right.
but
right near Waco.
Yeah,
very good. So, a couple of those book signings, and you expect to have those just as an ongoing thing at the Book Nook on Main. Great.
Yes.
So, a couple of books Sharon wanted to talk about today, and as I say, we may or may not get to both of them. But The Women by Kristen Hanna and Absolution by Alice McDermott. Now, The Women was a #1 New York Times bestseller fairly recently.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And I think if more people knew about Alice McDermott's book, it would be a #1 bestseller too. The two are related in that they both do some stories around the Vietnam War, which was good and bad in a lot of ways. But The Women is about the Vietnamese, the Vietnam nurses that were there with our troops and the stories that they had to share. And then Absolution is about the wives of the men who were in Vietnam and the two battles they had to fight. Not just the one where the guys were gone and in peril at any moment, but when they came home, their husbands were hated. And they had to deal with that. And it was such a difficult transition, and they finally found some absolution with it. It's a lovely book.
Yeah. Both books have to do with the Vietnam War. Now, The Women, just reading the synopsis of it, this shows that I'm not as much of a reader as I am a movie viewer or a TV watcher, reminded me of MASH.
Yes.
And reminded me also of a television show called China Beach that dealt with nurses in war.
Yes.
So it's a great subject, and I would say that this book would make a great movie.
Yes, it would. I can't keep it on the shelves. I've been open 6 weeks, and I've had to reorder it 4 times.
Wow.
So, and I'm trying to make people aware of Alice McDermott's book because it's so closely related. I think they would really enjoy it too.
Yeah, and the thing that kind of jumped out at me about what I read about that book, and I should have known this, but I never thought of officers, military officers, having their wives with them in Vietnam, but I suppose that was so.
Some of them were, and talk about a transition, a life transition. I mean, you have to get rid, not only be there while your husband goes out and wondering if he's coming back, but the culture and all of the difficulties that you have just being on an Army base in general, but then in a foreign land. It was a very difficult time.
Sure it was. And as you say, when they came home, then all kinds of problems then, and the lack of respect and so forth that a lot of them experienced. There's another book going way back that, again, made me think of the idea of a military wife. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of a book called The Great Santini?
Oh, yes, I have that.
Pat Conroy?
I do. I have that on my shelves, too.
Put me in mind.
Yeah, I love Pat Conroy.
Oh, well, I'm a big Pat Conroy fan, but that's a wonderful book, and it was a wonderful movie as well. So the women and Absolution, they are available at the Book Nook.
They are.
Good.
Yes.
And we'll visit with Sharon again.
I can't wait.
Very soon. Great. Sharon Feldt with the Book Nook on Main, and I'm John Mark Dempsey, and this is KSST.